the French in that stuff, yeah? Hi guys, so I'm really sorry I had to go earlier because somebody rang up who wanted emergency tuition. So very quickly, just because I promised it, I'm just going to do a little bit more reading now. I don't think anybody's around, that doesn't matter. So let me just pop the text down. There, the text is there. For those of you that want to find it, it's just gone when you look at it back. I'll just see if I can pop it in the body of the just see if I can pop it in the body of the text. Let's have a look. Will it let me do it? No. Probably let me do the first few, will it? Oh yeah, let me do that. Juillet, September. Let me do that. Let me just get rid of a few. Get rid of a bit. Yeah, but you know what? It's honestly just easy if you guys open that up and listen to have that text open when I'm talking. Have that text open when I'm talking because I can't find a way to do small sentences. I will do in the one after this then. So so let's have a look then. So let me just do it in small paragraphs then, and then that should work. Right, first one. Okay, so you can read it in the chat on the side. So les ES rule. Remember, we're just trying to find the different rules that are going to repeatedly happen. So les, va, the at rule, en, the an rule, en, like un an, j'ai 40 ans, I'm 40. C, the soft C rule because of the CE. So it's all those same rules. Les vacances d'été, the E and the E rule, the double acute rule. So above the line E rather than, Les vacances d'été. Les vacances d'été en France, we've got the EN and the AN rule. Remembering the EN and AN in French generally, I don't know why I'm looking over there. EN and AN in French generally are going to be en, the same side. So, les vacances d'été en France durent. So we've got the top lip rule, dure, and we've got the silent ENT rule, dure 6 semaines, okay, 6 weeks now. This is a separate little rule when it comes to numbers. And this will impress your teachers if they're French or if their French is good enough. 5, 6, 8, and 10, 5, 6, 8, and 10. When you have a word which starts with a consonant, you do not pronounce the end of those words. So, for example, 5 people, 5 personnes, 6 personnes, 8 personnes, 10,000, 10,000. Okay, so you don't say 6 semaines, you say 6 semaines. A, there's the ET rule that we referred to earlier. Those of you guys, if you're watching this video and you didn't see the video about the rules of reading, I strongly please, can you watch that? Et en habituellement, we've got the A rule, we've got the I going into the nose rule, I, habituellement, lieu. Entre, we've got the EN rule, EN is an en. We've got the E on its own rule, the E on its own is E, so entre. Juillet, we've got the diphthong UI, juillet. ET gives me an A, we had that rule earlier. Et septembre, en France, so the en and the EN and AN, en France. Le début des vacances, the beginning of the holidays. So le is my flat E rule. De is my acute rule. Le début des vacances. A, silent T because there's no E after it rule. Souligner, E on the, so we've got the OU, the monkey noise rule, the E acute rule. Par les soldes, pronouncing the D because there's an E after it, not pronouncing the S because there's no vowel after that. D'été, double acute. So everything is abiding by the rules there. Les vacances d'été en France durent 6 semaines et ont habituellement lieu, which take place habitually, entre juillet et septembre. But this is not about the French, this is about the reading. En France, le début des vacances est souligné par les soldes d'été. So the start of the holiday is underlined by summer sales. Right, then let's do the next two, the next paragraph, and see if you can read it from what we're saying. It's not about being able to. This isn't about the French. This is about the pronunciation of the French. Okay. So let me just get rid of that. Il faut savoir. That goes over there. Lovely. So il. Easy enough. Vowel here. Faut. AU. The AU vowel is an O. Yeah. Il faut savoir. We've got my A vowel. Que. We've got my flat E below the line rule. Les is my, we talked about the ES rule. Étudier, we've got the LES with a vowel. So les, we've got the S when we've got a vowel after it rule. Et, that's my acute rule. Etu, top lady lip rule. Étudiant, AN being an aunt, like EN being an aunt rule. Comme, double M being pronounced because we've got the E after it. So I hear comme, les travailleurs. Yeah, everything's standard there. A, the AII. Yeah. Attendre, D is going to be pronounced because I've got an E after it. Yeah. Attendre, I'm not going to pronounce anything differently on the end because it's the ENT silent rule. Okay. Ces vacances, CES, soft, after with an E and an I after it. En vacances, avec impatience. That isn't a spelling mistake in the French from the website. Naughty, it should be impatience, CE, okay? La, there's my A rule, la, ma. So you really notice how loyal these rules are when you've got the same rule twice. So for example, la ma, la majorité, E with an acute, that's the short accent, there's that rule. Des Français, soft C because there's a cedilla. AIS, we're not going to hear the S because there's no vowel after it. No, there's my rule about E when there's no accent on it. No. Reste, there's my rule about the silent ENT. Pas, PAS, I'm not going to pronounce the S because there's no accent after it. There's no vowel after it. Don't, I'm not going to pronounce that I will do within a second. I'll do that in a second. Des Français ne restent pas dans leur région durant les vacances d'été. I've got my rule, okay? So, il faut savoir que les étudiants comme les travailleurs attendent ces vacances avec impatience. There should be a C there, not a T. La majorité des Français ne restent pas dans leur région. I've got my E acute rule on the region. Région durant, or pendant, we tend to say, les vacances d'été. Great. Let's see if we can see any more rules. This one. So le, there's my flat rule. And as I'm going, see if you can read it yourself and see if you're coming out with the same pronunciation as me perfectly. So there's my E rule without the acute. So le, what am I on about? There's my flat E rule. U, top lady lip. Le sud du. Now, that's interesting, isn't it? Because we've got sud. You'll go, Luke, but you've told us that there is a rule that we need to have an E after a consonant to hear it. So sud is a good example. So le sud of as an exception. Le sud du pays. U, there's my top lip rule. Pays. L'Italie. IAI. Ou, there's my monkey rule. L'Espagne. Son, there's my ON rule. En, and my silent T rule. Notamment. Yeah. Now that is, you're going to go, hang on, Luke, you've told me that ENT is silent. How come it's heard there? Because the word is an adverb. Notably, it's not notam. It's not like a verb. Okay. Les destinations, tout, there's my monkey. Ri, there's my nose. Stick, les plus prisés. Des vacanciers. I'm pronouncing the EA. There's no E after that R. En raison du climat, my E and my A rule. Perpétuellement, perpé, there's my rule with that, okay. Froid dans le nord du pays, okay. So, le sud du pays, l'Italie ou l'Espagne sont notamment les destinations touristiques les plus prisées des vacanciers en raison du climat perpétuellement froid dans le nord du pays, okay. So, let's have a look at my next one. Let's just do a couple more. Good. So, and then we're going to do a more advanced one so we can show that this works for all levels. Good. Oh, it's 222 rather than 200, so let's get rid of that. So, toutefois, notice I've got my E after my T and my monkey, toutefois. I don't pronounce the S because there's nothing after it, toutefois. Certaines, that's my rule. Which rule is that? That if you've got an N with an E after it, that the vowel prior to the N is going to go higher. So not certains, certaines. Certaines personnes ne disposent, there's my ENT in a verb rule that I don't pronounce ENT in a verb, pas d'un budget spécial pour financer ce, there's my flat E rule, E without an accent, ce type de détente, there's my acute E rule. Il préfère, now that's interesting, I've got my short E rule, my long E rule, and my silent ENT in a verb rule. Préfère, alors rester à la maison. Okay? So, toutefois, certaines personnes ne disposent pas d'un budget spécial pour financer ce type de détente, ils préfèrent alors rester à la maison. Great, let's just do one more from a higher level, and then we will know that we're all good to go. So there's A1, there's B1, let's do a B1, une conversation téléphonique. Let's do this one. So I'm now going to do this exercise. I'm going to pop the link up, okay? But I'm going to try and do little bits at a time with this, okay? It's not too annoying. Yeah, you know what? If you could just click onto the text yourself. So, bonjour maman, bonjour Juliette. So, en ou, yeah, I've got my monkey sound. A en, so I've got my a law, and then I've got my a on being en. A en, bonjour maman, bonjour Juliette. U, top lip, U. Comment vas-tu? So my ENT, comment, is heard there because it's not a verb. My ENT is silent in a verb, isn't it? But not anywhere else. So comment vas-tu? The hyphen doesn't change anything. The va is, it's not vas-tu because there's no accent after, there's no consonant, there's no vowel after the S. Je vais bien, merci. So I've got my flat E rule, I've got my AI rule, A, bien, yeah, bien, merci, et toi? Très bien, I've got my long E rule, très bien. Votre voyage en Espagne se passe-t-il bien? Now, those of you who are struggling with the French of that basically means is your trip to Spain going well? And that's an inversion. Se passer is to happen, so se passe-t-il bien? We've stuck a T in there because there's an inversion. Don't worry about that. That is basically just a sneaky dropped in T when we do an inversion, and we'd otherwise have vowel to vowel. We'd have passé. So this happens in things like has he spoken, a-t-il parlé, but we're not worrying about the grammar today, we're worrying about the reading, okay? Good, bien, that's all good. Let's have a look at what would come next. So, chez nous, monkey noise, c'est nuageux. So this is an interesting one. So I'm going via the U, then the A, nua. There's two vowels that you're not sure of. Just give them both their moment. Ua, noa. Nuageux, there's my EU. Now I'm going to introduce a new rule. We've not come across this one yet. EU is normally like peu, like un peu de quelque chose. If it's je peux, I can. If it's after I have, so if it's sorry, I apologize. If it's this, j'ai eu, then this is I have had. So anywhere else that you see EU in French, you're going to have Okay, so for example, they want, ils veulent. How would I read that? Yeah, you try and read it with me as you're seeing it. So ils veulent, they want, silent ENT rule. Remember the different rules. I had, j'ai eu. It's different when you've got j'ai eu. So c'est nuageux. Comment vont les enfants? Ils sont très heureux. So let's look at the rule. Ils sont très, long E rule. Yeah, we have the long E on très. Très heureux d'être ici. Okay, so we've got the If you look at the word happy, heureux, you've got the same vowel twice. What did I tell you guys 10 minutes ago? When you see the same pronunciation rule immediately next to the same thing, you're just going to see the same thing. Heureux. Okay. D'être ici, we've got my big E rule. Ils ont chaud. What's going on with the ils ont? We've got an S followed by a vowel, which means I'm going to pronounce a single S as a consonant, which is ils ont chaud. Okay, good. Donc, il profite. There's my rule of there's my exception to the rule. So, donc, What did I say? I said a lot of words. I said words which end in a consonant you can't normally hear the difference. Speak English, Luke. Words that end with a consonant, you can't normally hear the consonant unless there's a vowel coming at the end of it. But sometimes you will hear ones that end in a C as well. So, for example, avec, with, or donc, therefore. Donc, il profite, yeah, from the verb to, make the most of, profit from. So, profite, what's my rule there? Silent ENT. So, as you're watching this video, try and think which of the pronunciation rules can you apply, when you're watching it. So, il profite de, there's my flat E rule. La, there's my throat rule for A. Piscine, there's my E rule. Du, there's my top lady rule. Du camping et de la mer. For ce, there's my flat E rule. Ce. Baigner, there's my AI rule. A, there's my GN rule. So all of that so far has been in the previous video of the rules of pronunciation. Let's do one final one. Let's do something really random. So I'm going to go to Wikipedia, and I'm going to go to French Wikipedia. Anybody online? Give me the name of your city. Somebody type the city that they're from, and I'm going to read some French about that city, and we'll just show that these pronunciation rules in French are pretty standard. So if there's anybody there that wants to type, otherwise I'm just going to pick Mumbai, Priya, Cheltenham. Okay, I'm going to read about who's the first. So strictly speaking, Mumbai was the first one that I heard. So let's go Wikipedia French Mumbai. Okay. There we go. So this is now going to be taken. This is to prove that the French this is good. So let's see if I can take just that. Over we go. Oh, 350 of let's take that and keep that for later. Ooh, that's nice, 199. So there's some other bits of stuff in there. Okay, so Mumbai, est la, so my EST rule, no pronunciation, est la capitale, A-I-A, capitale de, there's my flat E rule. L'État, okay, capital E doesn't change the fact that it's got an E with an acute. It's going to be le above the line. L'État, A, there's my IN rule, it's like an A. So Indien. We talked about that earlier, didn't we? Like le vin, yeah, wine. Le vin, c'est indien. We talked about IEN being like bien, as opposed to indienne, feminine. Du, there's a word which isn't in French. De lovely. Une, so this is interesting. We've got the top lip rule, U, but it's going to be une, not un, because we've got the E after the N, okay? Agglomération, everything is what we know. So A is the A rule, E is the E rule, action, yeah. De, that's not written out, so you don't need to worry about 18 millions, whatever, d'habitants. Habitant, AN is the en rule. We know EN and AN are going to be en, like on something, but with a soft ending. Soit la cinquième, yem is my long E rule, cinquième, me is my E at the end of a word. Oh, okay. Plus peuplé au monde. Now, there's a couple of interesting things with pronunciation that I'm just going to stick on the end of this video because you've been really paying attention. So there's another video that I want to draw your attention to, which is videos on how to pronounce tout or tous. I don't doubt it, Priya. I can imagine there's probably more. So good. So we've got tout or plus. So very quickly, there's videos on these and you can find them. If you can't find them, can you please email me at logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com. Otherwise, if you just do a search on those words on a PC. But basically, plus and tout are words which can change in pronunciation depending on how you're saying them. No, that's a stupid thing, an obvious thing to say, depending on where they are in the sentence. So if you've got all the boys, okay, tous les garçons, then it will be tout, no S. If you've got, we're all going to go, on va tous prendre le bus, on va tous prendre le bus. When you've got TOUS and there's not all the after it, okay? Then it's going to be, you can have, okay, we're all going to see them on va tous les voir, okay? That would, there's a the after it there, but it's not all the, it's not like all of the something or other. So for example, that would be on va tous les voir, on va tous prendre le bus. If you've got tous les, something masculine, there's never anything masculine around when you need it. Tous les portables, all the mobile phones. That would be tous les portables. Okay. Now, if you had plus, this is another tricky one. So if you've got I don't drink anymore, je ne bois plus, then that would be silent S. In other words, it's going to stand by our pronunciation rule, which you don't pronounce the S unless there's a vowel after it. If, however, you say, I want more, je veux plus de, je veux plus de farine, more flour, okay? Notice the pronunciation rule on farine. It's the E, farine, that's going to go higher because of the N with an E after it, okay? If you would say, I want more flour, then that is going to be je veux plus de farine. So when you want more of something, you're going to have more word, plus de farine. If you said, I don't want any more flour, no, thank you. I certainly don't want any more flour as a celiac, so je ne veux plus de farine. Then that would be, oh, thank you, Layla. That's really sweet of you for saying so. If you email me, I always give it out, logiclanguagelearning@gmail.com, and let me know what other topics you want covering, that's fine. Thank you for taking the time to say that. Merci d'avoir pris le temps de m'en avoir parlé. Thank you for taking the time to tell me about that. So if you said, I don't want any more flour, je ne veux plus, je ne veux plus de farine, that means I don't want any more. So basically what we're saying is tout and tous and plus can be pronounced differently, okay? Good, let's finish off quickly then with just a little bit more about Mumbai. Okay. So it's probably going to tell me I put too much up there. So Bombay est la capitale commerciale de l'Inde. So I've got de, flat D, and is my IN rule. We talked about it. Remember a word that sounds similar. So IN is va. Elle produit. UI we've talked about when you've got two vowels together. You travel through them both. So UI, lui, produit. We don't pronounce the T because there's no vowel after it. Produit. 5% du pays. That's not a word for you to read. Et son activité, same rule. Activité. There's the accent. Look at this word here. This is really useful. So, flat E, représente. Okay, so everything we've read this far has pretty much confirmed what we know about the reading. Okay, let's just finally make a little roundup. So what do you need to be careful with when you read so you don't mess up? The difference between U or OU. Okay, we've got to be careful with that. So, pure is pure versus pour is for. We need to remember the difference between E and E with the accent or E with the with this. Okay, good. So if we got, for example, ma mère, la mère, yeah, the mother, versus école, the quick E, versus je or le or il se, where we've got no accent on the E. So we need to be very careful when we're reading a word whether or not it's got an accent on the E. Reminding you, however, that some sounds do still come out as A, even without the accent. So ER, ES, ET. So manger, Luc A, Luc is, sorry, you are tu es, or Luke and Craig, Luke A, Craig, for example. Okay, so that's another one to watch out for. What else have we said in our roundup? Okay, fait, yeah, we could do one with the double E, fait, but basically the main thing that goes wrong when people read is the difference between E and the Well done, okay. If we had our other differences, which is the difference between the S or the double S, okay, so for example, poser, yeah, versus pousser. If we remember the difference when a vowel comes after an N, so if we've got certain versus certaine, it makes words go higher, the vowel go higher. If we remember when we have a vowel after a consonant, it normally means we pronounce it, so ver versus vert. If we remember, well, S's are obviously silent on the end. If we remember that this rule doesn't matter, this S rule, by the way, that I spoke about at the beginning of a word. So, so is efficace. What's the problem with the word efficace? As in, you can't spell it, or you can't pronounce it. What's the issue there? I think what this basically is bringing up. I don't know if you saw the first video, but looking at this word. Oh, I see, efficace. Okay, so basically, yeah. So generally, you tend to see double F's in French for this kind of thing, like efficient, like in English. What's interesting about this is, so the efficace, okay, you've got the what for me is interesting about this is you've got the two representations of the C sound. So you've got the hard C because it's CA, because that was one of our rules. That's actually quite good later. So C plus an E or an I is soft. Yeah. Spell is soft. And C plus an O, a U, or an A, normally it's hard. So, for example, garçon, we had this earlier. I don't want to repeat the earlier video, but that needs the cedilla to keep it soft, otherwise it'll be garçon. Okay? So we've got the rule with the G as well, that we need a sneaky E a lot of the time. Otherwise, if it's not followed by an E, or I don't mean after, it's not followed by an E or an I, it will be hard as well. So for example, garage, yeah, versus the two G's there as well. The second G is a hard G. So C and G are only soft when there's an E and an I after them. Otherwise, they are hard. And to soften a C or a G, a C gets a cedilla and a G gets an E. Great. I think we're kind of covering the same material we covered earlier. If we've got a vowel after a word, we link it. I think this is generally good. If this has been useful for you, or you're still struggling with how to pronounce stuff, and obviously there's some general exceptions, like anything, but if you're still struggling with how to pronounce stuff, then do please let me know and send me the piece of work that you would like me to read out loud, and I will read it out loud for you. Logic Language Learning at gmail.com, and I will read it out for you. So we are planning to do another group class this Saturday, yeah, okay, where we are basically tackling the writing again. Yeah, we did that last Saturday. Everybody said in an email to me, which is all very lovely, I saw your class, I wish I'd been there for it. So we're going to try and probably do it this Saturday. So, Allô? Oui, ça va.